for action.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
It's a very, very good evening to welcome along. It is Friday night, 7 o'clock. Of course, the fastest aviation show on YouTube with my good self, Stu Bear. To start things off tonight, we've got a few departure videos from the Royal International Air Tattoo. As always, it's great to have your company, and don't forget, keep the messages coming into the chat room, and I'll give you a good mention just a little bit later. Right now, enjoy this! Well, as always, it's fantastic to have your company, and I hope you're all feeling fit and fine and ready for some great aviation action. It's all coming up for you. Just before we actually get into the next feature, of course, I've got to go over to this screen over here and say hi to quite a few people. They're all in the chat room having a good old chat, and it's great to have your company on this Friday. Who have we got? Well, my good mate Andy, UHN 100's with us, Gary Inge, Alan Burden. Also, as we troll through this list, we say hi to Alex, aka Black Cat, and who else? Andrew C is with us, and also Marcus Camfield, and he sent me a great photograph today, so nice one. You're doing a good job, my boy. Who else can we say hello? Oh, Dickon McVitie, hi to you, and yeah, I think we said Andrew C. Hello, how the devil are you as well? And also my good friend Mel Cragg. So hi Mel and Linz. They're from Longer Eaton, and I wonder if they've been to the spa recently to see that new ice pool. By Jove, it is cold. And talking of which, what we're talking about is Clifford's Health Spa, and yeah, it's just on our doorstep. And I was down there just the other day and talking to this really great guy, and well, his name's Kev, and he knows I'm a big aviation fan, and I don't know if you can see that very well, but let me put it the right way round. He very kindly gave me that super badge. I don't know if it's going to come into focus. Maybe if I put it in front of my face. But it's he used to work at the RAF Lesset up near, I'm not sure if that's quite how you pronounce it, but up near in North Yorkshire, and it was to commemorate the 158th Bomber Squadron. But what they have now, there's just a few runways still there, as Steve SRH would definitely confirm, but most of the structure's gone, and they've now got lots of wind farms up there, so you can probably see it a little bit better now. But anyway, thank you very much for that, Kev. What a man. He's a big follower of the motorhome site and stopovers. Right, just before we get into the next feature, it's time to say hi to Amit Langer and Tina York. Adu, you're gonna love, we've got one of your favorite features coming up a little bit later. You're going to really like this. It's the second time of showing it, and I think the last time I showed it, about last May time, you absolutely, well, you couldn't believe what you were seeing. So that's coming up later in the show. And just before we get a move on, so we've mentioned Adu and Gary Inge. Mr. Webster is also with us, and Tina York, hi to you as well. So keep the messages coming in. I'll say hi to you again just a little bit later, but it's time to get on with the show. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. So enjoy this. We've got some great action. It's some great old footage from, well, hey, it's from the Battle of Britain show from Duxford. Enjoy it. Oh, by the way, make sure you turn the sound up. By the way, Christine Barnes, I absolutely love your profile picture you've got there. Well, Christine, that little doggy looks amazing. I don't know if you've seen our Jasmine, but she's a working Cocker Spaniel. And if you stay tuned, well, you'll see a picture of Jasmine coming up just a little later in the show. Oh, nice one, Lucas. Well, make sure you turn the resolution up as far as it will go. Well, keep tuned there, Christine, and you'll see that fantastic picture of Jasmine a little later. She's our mascot.
Tony Prince. That's me. How you doing? This is your royal ruler, Tony Prince, and hi there. I'm at United DJs Radio, and you're watching the Air Show World with Stu Bear. Come fly with me sometime right here.
United DJs.
Thank you very much. Yes, of course, we're drinking the coconut tea right now. And, hey, well, it's non-stop show, so let's keep the action rolling. And if you can hear that sound in the background, it's not somebody frying some chips at all. It is the rain absolutely pouring down on this particular Friday at the Royal International Air Tattoo. Coming up, we'll see the Harrier.
Of the flying program here at Rio 2019. But it looks like it's being
And a very good evening to you there, Bradley. Nice to see you in the chat room. And hopefully next Friday night, with it being a Christmas show next Friday, we'll try and feature some of Piator's photographs. What a landing. Coming up later, we have another Harrier in the classic air show section. That's coming up in around about 20 minutes from now. Just listen to that rain. Well, of course, it's always great to see our good friend Deacon McVitie. There he is in the chat. And also a good evening to Derek Reed. And coming up right now on Airshow World, it's that time of the show to find out what some of the Airshow World followers have been doing. And I gotta tell you, I'm so proud to be able to bring you these photographs by one of the best photographers in the business. Here he is, Case. Taking these at last year's, or should I say, last summer's Royal International Air Tattoo. Look at some of these. These are stunning. And we have lots more over the weeks and months coming from this fantastic photographer.
Hello, I'm Spencer, and you can hear my show every weekday afternoon from 1 till 4 on Caravan Radio. It's a radio station for the caravan and motorhome community, and it would be great if you can come and have a listen. But what I'm here to do now is to introduce Airshow World with Stu Bear.
That's my good friend, and that's Spencer. And hey, listen out on that radio station. You should be hearing the bear very, very soon. But meanwhile, we're going to give you something. Oh, can you hear the birds? Ah, it's back to nature. Isn't this beautiful? Can you guess where it is? Somebody running through a tunnel? What else have you got at this location? Well, just above there, you've got this. It's Manchester Airport.
Yeah, 118.630. 118.630 right now.
And a very good evening to the Aviation Hunter. Oh, and love the hearts. Keep those hearts coming.
hold short of runway 05 left, hold short to 1 tower 1863, over mate.
Hotel 05 left, hotel to the 1. Hello, Romney.
And it's a huge, massive thank you to the wonderful donation that Andy, that's UHN 100, has just sent across via the PayPal. Really appreciated. What a man. Thank you. And this, I've got to tell you, it was probably one of the best times that I had down at Manchester Airport. I was with my good friend James, and the weather was fantastic, and the aircraft were even better.
And coming up for you right now on Stu Bear's Airshow World, it's time to go way back in time with classic air shows.
And coming up for you, this is part one of classic air shows. More coming up later, but part one,
There goes the...
it is Middle Wallop.
Gentlemen, lifting off on another familiarisation flight. Rapidly followed by flight that might be line up the very, very unusual Technavia Phillips 55s, and he also worked with Sukhoi with their Su-26 aerobatic. When he left, he moved down set up the noise, and quite remarkable here. The first thing he gets to do is start building the Yak 18 under license, getting it back in production and getting things going. Well, he sat back to consider the various options. Got a very good lift capability, around 1250 odd pounds, and fully loaded, it will get in and out on just a 400 metre strip, and it's clearly got an aerobatic potential. I would say so. That was a very impressive wing over. Dave and I were discussing earlier, had this aircraft been available when $1,000 US. And considering that a fully stripped down, reworked Beaver on the second-hand market, 40-year-old airframe will cost you about $250,000, then this is extremely good value. Of course, the Beaver is absolutely unique, so we shouldn't really compare the two aircraft. No, that's true, but although the Beaver will never be fully replaced under any circumstances, this certainly gives a Beaver-like feel to aviation again. Originally, the operation design Harrier. Comes from the Harrier OCU at Wittering, the home of the Harriers, it's so called. Forced out of the moist middle wall of air by the G impose on the turn, and a pitch-up manoeuvre here, showing it. He's got 1,500 hours. Yes, we certainly had that last pass down when it was approximately 500 knots. And actually now approaching Crown Centre again. The Harrier GR7 was a big fuel technology. Has the big wing technology with extended lurks, that's leading an extended leading edge. Nice to have a 20 squadron aircraft here with us today because 20 was originally a Royal Flying Corps. The very impressive Royal Air Force Tornado F3 Interceptor. There you see a low pass, ladies and gentlemen, wings sweeping back. Excellent photographic opportunity. Carrying two 4 BAE Skyflash missiles, and there you see a lovely
Some amazing video from my very good friend Andy Hare. And this is from an old VHS tape that I've restored, put it through what's called the time-based corrector. And this is the result. Absolutely stunning footage.
And the crew today
and Christine, hey,
denied flight.
Keep watching. You're going to see Jasmine in just a moment.
And gear down now on the Tornado for a much slower pass right to left, so another good photographic opportunity as the landing lights come on. Royal Air Force Tornadoes are still based at Royal Air Force Beautiful control from the F3. Initial versions of the Tornado fighter were the...
Welcome along to our brand new YouTube channel, The Travelling Bear with Stu Bear. We'll be taking you to some amazing locations while we travel around. We have scenic videos with relaxing music, cycling adventures, camping locations, and some great documentaries, plus lots more. So join us on the Travelling Bear with Stu Bear YouTube channel and subscribe for free right now.
And there you go, Christine. That's our wonderful Jasmine. If you haven't already subscribed to that, hey, please do enjoy the great videos that we've got on the Travelling Bear with Stu Bear. And here's a location we'll certainly be travelling to next May. Our favourite display aircraft. I absolutely love it. And we feature this quite often. From Shuttleworth, taken to the skies, the DH-88 Comet, and a few extras.
Just that little bit potentially slippery to allow the Spitfire 5, the Sea Hurricane, and the Avro 19 Ansem to join in today's display.
Well, do you know what, John Bullen?
And while the Warbird...
I might just have video footage of that very air show from Coningsby.
British flying history. Ben, I know,
Be good if I could sort that out for next week for you.
These golden era aeroplanes. They are absolutely tremendous, and how wonderful it's been in just the last few years to see the addition of the Hawkspeed 6, which is the most recent acquisition of these three, thanks in no small part to the support of the Shuttleworth Veteran Aeroplane Society, to join the Mugol, which joined the fleet here at the end of 2013, and long-term collection stalwart, the Comet.
Aircraft on the port wing of the DH-88 Comet, the Percival Mugol, another aeroplane linked inextricably with British aviation history. It was the aeroplane which won the King's Cup in 1938, flown by Alex Henshaw, the man who went on to become Britain's leading Spitfire test pilot. He also set a record from flying from England to Cape Town in 1938, I think it was it 39? I can't remember now. Covering 6,377 miles in 39 hours, a round trip.
Yes, that was early 39. In fact, the record wasn't beaten until 2009 to 10.
And of course, we better say hello to Christina. She's in the chat room right now, saying hello to lots of people. Christina, good to see you.
As for the Hawkspeed 6, the rightmost of the three aircraft as we look at them now, its King's Cup participation turned into quite a saga. And I'll be controversial here in saying this is probably the most historic civilian British aeroplane flying anywhere in the world. This aircraft has so many outstanding feats to its name, not only its famous debut victory as one of three Comets that took part in the 1934 McRobertson International Air Race from the then newly opened RAF Milton Hall in Suffolk to Melbourne, Australia. also many notable flights after that. As I mentioned earlier, it was named Grosvenor House at the time of the McRobertson, as it is today.
Well, Gary,
It also had very many other
you must go. It is one of... No, it's more than one of the... It is the best.
Damascus Le Bourget race and finishing fourth.
And I will certainly be there,
The Burberry, sponsored
together with
by
Jasmine and Teresa.
of the same name. When Arthur Clouston and Betty Kirby Green set a new London to
And I
Cape Town
believe
record
it's the
with
11th of May.
Gull.
And of course, I'll see my good friend Mel Craig down there together with Linz. And it'll be great to see you. We love this place. It is Shuttleworth down at Old Warden.
The aeroplane is basically a flying fuel tank. All that forward fuselage in front of the cockpit was fuel tanks. And the wing itself is...
By the way, very quickly, do you want to be on next week's show?
to minimize drag.
If you do, I'm going to tell you in a few minutes how you can be on next week's show. All you got to do, send a video. I'll tell you about it.
Engine aeroplane before he took the controls of Grosvenor House, and that was with only days to go before the start of the race, because the three Comets really were only just completed in time. When the race got underway from Milton Hall, the three Comets between them had amassed just 20 hours of development flying.
So very quickly, if you want to be on next Friday night show, it's the Christmas show next Friday. All you have to do, just get your phone out and send a Christmas message across to my good self. 15, 20 seconds, anything like that. Just saying, hey, Merry Christmas to everybody. Or whatever you want to say. That you can cram into 15 to 20 seconds. How do you get that message across to my good self? It's quite simple. Just send me an email at Stu, that's STU, at airshowworld.com.
The Bristol F2B fighter.
And you can be on next week's show. And if you do want to do that, make sure you send them across no later than Tuesday, okay? So get them done either tonight or over the weekend. Just hold that phone up and do a Christmas message. Well, Marcus, it'll be good to see you. 11th of May. Bring it on. And this particular show we're looking at, this was the first show of the year. It was from 2003. And you can probably tell by the state of the grass. On the Saturday, I'm sure Mel will remember, it absolutely poured it down. Some of the aircraft, I think the Spitfire and Hurricane, unfortunately didn't display.
and of course unusually using the crosswind runway here, or the cross runway, which is actually into wind at the moment. And as well as minimising the need for the crosswind, again it's avoiding cutting up the grass as the Bristol fighter rolls gently to a standstill. No brakes, of course, fixed tail skid, and the minimum of wearing.
But fortunately, the weather was perfect on the Sunday, as you can see. We even got the Edwardians out. Enjoy this. Well, I'm sure Mel will know this for sure. I didn't unfortunately manage all the shows last year at Shuttleworth. But did the Edwardians fly at all last year? Every time I went, it was beautiful weather, and then towards the evening the wind tended to pick up, which is the opposite to what normally happens. Absolutely, 2023, that's correct there, Mel. We certainly did hear about that in 2024. In fact, I think it was this very weekend, wasn't it? Hey, well, what have we got coming up for you right now? We've got another special, it's what we call...
And coming up for you right now on Stu Bear's Airshow World, it's time to go way back in time with classic air shows.
Oh, yes, we told you, part 2, and that's what we've got right now. Classic air shows... And Adu, he is going to love what we've got coming up. The first time I showed this, he couldn't believe it. Enjoy it for the second time. It is Middle Wallop with more helicopters than you're ever likely to see again.
Squadrons are based at Odium in Hampshire. And this display is led by Flight Lieutenant Jim. These two squadrons are actually on permanent commitment around the world on operations in Bosnia, the Falklands and Northern Ireland. The first pair of aircraft will now demonstrate the internal loading capability by simulating the insertion of a Pathfinder port, comprising Land Rovers, motorcycles and troops. Up to 54 lightly armed troops being carried normally. During the Falklands conflict, we actually carried 89 Paras. There was only one aircraft eventually, but the others would come from the container ship. But even 89 paratroopers were surpassed during the Kurdistan aircraft is having fair to continue their display.
Hey Zakari, keep watching. You ain't seen nothing yet.
As they run in, listen to that tremendous power of those great big rotor blades as the aircraft thunder through the air. The well-known waka waka of the blades. As I said earlier, up to 54 lightly armed troops to be carried normally. During the Falklands conflict, they had 89 carried. And Kurdistan, 170 positions. passengers, they have to be very careful. There's not much room either side of the vehicle as the aircraft is coming down on the ramp. And certainly what we don't want is a very excited driver being access to the system. So this demonstrates how important it is that the soldiers and state military have a really good head on their shoulders to remain calm when they're doing it. That's not clear from that. There's the first one out and the second. Troops, motorcycles, away they go. Ramps going up and the aircraft will now depart. If you look to your left, you'll see the second pair turning run down. And they're going to demonstrate turning troops in a hostile environment. And this is achieved quickly by a technique called fast roping. They can also be extracted, and certainly in a hostile area. A running landing speeds up to 75 miles an hour. The troops pickup passengers demonstrates the requirement for excellent teamwork within the crew, because it is, after all, a very complex aircraft. There are the troops returning to the aircraft.
And if you thought that was spectacular, keep watching. I bet you can't count all of these. Enjoy this.
Getting quite close to the edge of the airfield now, and gradually picking up their positions. If you look to the left of the front rank and to the right, you'll see helicopters with yellow tops and a dark lower half. Those are the squirrels of the elementary or basic rotary squadron. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let the helicopters conduct their own commentary. This is what you have come to see. Middle Wallet International Air Show 98. The Army Air Corps proudly presents a massed approach. by the old Sioux helicopter, the Bell 47. Both of those aircraft were our workhorses through the 60s and 70s. Formation leader. Precision flying, and bear in mind that some of the pilots that are out there are not overly experienced. They've not long finished their training in some cases. And as the links depart left and right, the next trick is to get the heavier aircraft away, and you'll see we have a slightly different way of doing that as they dive in from left and right.
Brake by the Cubas, David, left and right. And the first pair of the Chinooks following them, I think, quite an impression from the heavy rotor blades of this magnificent helicopter.
There you can see that although the Chinook is quite a large piece, it is still nevertheless quite manoeuvrable.
Yes, ideal battlefield support, as you say. Multi-role, you can arm a Chinook if you want to. Capable of carrying underslung loads from 3 hard points. And, as you say, despite being a large helicopter, it's still extremely manoeuvrable.
And the final helicopter departs the row of hospitality suites and the press tent. Aviation video, the cost just $14.99, and you not only get that, but you can pick up a freebie video while you are there. So there you are. I don't know why always feel that there's an entire massive approach of helicopters. And they all
Well, I think I'm going to have to change the name of this particular section from Classic Air Shows to Gold Dust. It certainly is. Hope you enjoyed it. Here's a little bit more.
With us. There you can see the shapely aerodynamic lines of this fabulous product of Lockheed. Conceived. In a beautiful photo pass, that would. Starliner by Airlines, Air France, VOAC, and used Freedom. Photo pass. The Matsucani Military Air Transport Service. That aircraft was actually used during the airlift. Transit dropped candy on parachutes to them. You can see he was
176,926 loads that were taken into Berlin, consisting of over 2 1/3 million tons of supplies. The airlift, in fact, ended with that last mission by the Dakota that we saw earlier, and on the side of Kilo November 652 was a biblical quotation, Psalm 21, verse 11. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. And it's thanks to the aircraft's light spirit of freedom that mischief was cancelled out.
Although this is the first mission in Europe for our aircraft, we are making plans to go back in the future, perhaps for the Millennium Celebration, and we will also be making plans for our C-97, which we have recently acquired, to bring that across the Atlantic also. We're looking forward to it. We have enjoyed our stay here, not only on Middle Wallop, but also at the other locations where we have had the privilege of participating in the air shows and the displays. And we really would like to thank all of the folks here.
Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company.
Hi, it's Stu Bear with a reminder about our Friday night live studio show at 7 o'clock UK time with aviation videos, Airshow World followers, where you can send in your photographs and videos and they could just be featured. We have exclusive offers from aviation watches through to tea and coffee. We've got classic aircraft, wonderful warbirds, great introductions, and the best display pilots in the world. And you can be part of the show with our chat and get a mention live on air. It's got to be the fastest aviation show on YouTube every Friday night from 7 p.m. with Stu Bear on Airshow World.
Well, I tell you what, it feels like it has been the fastest aviation show this week, because boy oh boy, that is 60 minutes non-stop action. And where does the time go to? You've got around about 30 seconds to get your last message into the chat room, so I'm going to look over here and just say hi and good night, and to all of you fantastic people who've been watching the show this evening. And of course, we've got to mention the people who watch this on the replays, such as Rob, he's going to be watching this later, and Steve and everybody else. So if you're watching it on a replay, don't forget, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, all that good stuff, and leave a nice friendly comment, and we'll love you forever. So very quickly, John Bollen, great to see all your comments. I know you definitely enjoyed that middle wallop. I tell you, so did I. Absolutely loved it. And you can only just about see the cat at the moment. I think you can see her tail. And who else? Dicky McVitie, it was good to see you tonight. It says, great show, Stu. Piotr, good to see you as well. Hopefully we'll feature some of your photographs next week. Don't forget, if you want to be on the show next week, just send me a message, okay? Send me either a messenger or an email with one of your Christmas greetings. So get your phone out, hold it up, and do that. In fact, you can just about see the cat there. Okay, Mel Cragg, thank you. Have a good weekend to you as well. Get yourselves down to Clifford. We'll see you. I'm going tomorrow night. Bradley, good, absolutely brilliant to see you tonight there, Bradley. I do that helicopter special. It was for you because I know you enjoyed it so much the first time. Gary Inge, as always, it's brilliant to see you, my man. And Debbie Reed says, bye, Stu Bear. And if I've not mentioned you on this one, hey, I do apologise, but it's been a great night. I've really enjoyed it. I'll see you for the final Airshow World show of the year next Friday night for the Christmas special. Until then, have yourself a great weekend, and I'm just laughing at the cat. I will see you then. And don't forget, pop over to the Travelling Bear with Stu Bear. Until next time, thank you and a big special good night. There we go, at the bottom of your screen. And I tell you what, I forgot to say hi to Christina. So Christina, you get the last mention on the show. All right, everybody, we'll see you next week. All the best. Bye for now.